Hey everyone, welcome back to
5 Minute Eats, and we are back with another installment in Dolly Parton's baking and food line. So today we have got a little sweet treat. This is the Duncan Hines Dolly Parton's caramel sheet cake mix. Includes caramel sauce. This is a 15.5 ounce box of it for $3.48 at Walmart. And it says, I love to bake and my caramel sheet cake is just about the tastiest thing this side of Memphis. The rich, sweet, buttery flavor of the cake and glaze dances on your taste buds. And my favorite part, no muss, no fuss. So if you guys would like to know how to make this, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc., where I walk you through the steps. But today we're gonna review this. And we have tried a lot of the Dolly Parton frozen, like savory entrees, and also some of her desserts.
And it's not been good. Yeah, not been good.
There's been maybe a couple things that haven't been bad, but
yeah, but overall, not worth your money.
Yeah.
Really sad because it's clear that with Carl Dean gone, the sisters, who I blame, the sisters are like messing around with her.
I just want to say that whenever everyone was saying that, like, you know, she's in grave health because the sister said, oh, we need prayers or whatever, and then the very next day she was like alive and kicking, how do we know that's not AI?
Yeah.
For real. How do we know it's not AI? I just want to know, can somebody get a real life check on Dolly?
I just feel like the sisters, man.
But now this, it looks underwhelming, I gotta say. It doesn't really look like the picture at all. And to be fair, if you wanted to get it to look like the picture, you're definitely not baking this in a 13x9 pan because it's not gonna get that level of height. And you're putting pretty much all of the caramel sauce on that one slice of cake.
Yeah.
Because it's not that much. So, you know, I will say it smells great though.
It doesn't look like the package.
It doesn't.
So I'm already disappointed. This thing looks like a thick cake with not much caramel on it.
Yeah, the caramel, I mean, it sinks in pretty quick, you know, but it smells good though. And I will say that when I was mixing up the actual cake mix, the cake mix smelled very strongly of caramel. So I'm hopeful that the cake mix is caramel as well as having a caramel sauce.
And guys, if you're new to our channel, basically we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it. Especially because look, a lot of people love Dolly Parton. She's, you know, she's a great singer.
She's an icon.
She's an icon, some people would say. And so
that was backhanded, some people would say.
And so you're gonna want to rush out and support her. But the truth is, look, how much support can you give her? She's got Dolly World and she's got like
Dollywood.
Yeah, Dollywood.
I mean, you know, how much support you could give is putting some respect on her name.
Yeah. People have been putting respect on her name and stuff. And
I want to know, are we supposed to believe that these, because I saw that she has like chocolate cake and like vanilla cake. Aren't these just the same freaking mixes that is in the plain Duncan Hines chocolate cake box? Like, I feel like that's the thing. If you're not giving me something that they didn't have before, then why?
So, if you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
All right, guys, welcome back. Our rating system. Thumbs up, biting in, thumbs down, moving not. So for me, this is a thumbs down. This thing, just like I suspected, was gonna be a huge bomb. So look, the caramel, the top was the best part. Tasted really good. Actually reminded me of a flan, a caramel flan. Tasted great, but the rest of the cake, not moist. It was just too thick, it was just too much. And when you have the top part with the bottom, boring. It is boring. I don't know how they could think that this was a good idea. I actually think this is an insult to her fans, to Southern cooking, because no way. I refuse to believe Southern cooking is bad as this is, you know? And just for the record, ConAgra is a company from Chicago. So she's partnering with a carpetbagger, you know? And she's just ruining her reputation. But her, you know what? I guess her sisters get 10%, right? Probably, you know, maybe that's what it is, because Dolly's probably just sitting there in the corner on prescription pills, doesn't know what's going on. And her sister's like, honey, just, you know, sign this. This will be good, you know? It's like, all right, darling, if you tell me You know, like
Watch Dolly show up here to give you a what for.
Yeah. Man, she can come here and like hit me with her. But I'm sorry. This is a bad partnership here. Thumbs down.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending us super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content.
Wow. Scorched earth. So for me, this one is going to be a thumbs up. I enjoyed this. It's not the best thing ever. It's not gourmet, so let's get that out of the way. But the cake was caramel flavored, which I liked, and it's different. I'll give them this. It's different than just having like a regular vanilla cake or a butter cake or whatever and then putting caramel sauce on top, because having that caramel flavor throughout, I really enjoyed. And the cake, while it was caramel flavored, it wasn't like candy, sugary, sweet caramel. It was more of like the essence of caramel versus the sugary flavor of caramel.
I agree.
And then you get the sugary caramel from the top though. Now here's what I'll say. Absolute favorite part, best part of the cake is the top, but also arguably the actual best part is the sides of the cake, because all of that caramel like kind of oozed down the sides all around the cake. And so all of it was like concentrating all in like the outer rind of the cake. Oh, it's so good. And it's very reminiscent, like that part is reminiscent of eating like a gulab jamun, because it's like almost just soaked and saturated in the caramel, whereas a gulab jamun is honey, but it's basically the same thing, like cake saturated in sweet liquid, you know?
So let me ask you a question. Do you think if they provided 2 caramel sauces?
Well, I'm glad that you said, because I was getting to this. Now, my recommendation would be this. I would, if you have, ideally, if you have at home already some like Hershey's caramel sauce or whatever.
Or what about that Mexican, the Nestle?
Yes, or the dulce de leche, whatever kind of caramel sauce you want to use. Or even if you had like some sweetened condensed milk to add to it or whatever. If you don't have caramel, you could also just thin it out some more with some butter perhaps, and maybe some powdered sugar if you have some of that. Just thin it out a little bit. But I would also, as soon as the cake comes out of the oven, I would poke it with a fork all over the top and then use that extra liquidy caramel to spread all over it, so then it sinks down like a tres leches cake does, like it just soaks through the cake. I think that's the way to go with this, because I think that would be off the charts good.
So this needs modification.
It needs modification. But as it is, it's perfectly fine. I think it's a good option to have, because I haven't really seen a caramel cake in the cake section. Yeah. So it is at least different. But dang, you could make it a whole lot better at home by like doing a few things too.
Making it more Latino.
Basically.
You know?
Yeah.
To sum it up, thumbs up, thumbs down. And if you guys buy from Amazon, use our Amazon link. The reason is when you do that, we get 10 cents, 50 cents, possibly even $1, which means we can continue to review things.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.